So today we're going to be making my Ren Faire anklet pattern. I have a few examples here. So this one uses a normal button as a clasp with a little loop, and this is the one we're going to be making today. This one doesn't have any charms hanging off it, but you can always add charms to give it a jingle and just make it extra special. This one is made using DK yarn, so it's got that sort of slightly fluffy texture, but works just as well if that's all you have at hand. And for this one I have used a popper to do it up. And another example here, this one is also cotton like this one, but it's not mercerized, so it's a matte colour. This one's got a slight sheen to it, which is what we're using today. This one is actually, it probably looks it, but it's quite old and tattered. I've worn this to many festivals and danced around in it, and it's been in the sea, and yeah, this one's had a lot of fun. It's been on many dance floors. So today I'm going to show you how to make this. There are 3 sizes. I'm going to be making the smallest size in this tutorial. So let's talk about what we need. So I'm feeling very woodland pixie today, so I have chosen these colours. Do they have the name on it? 395 and 157. So those are the ones I shall be using today, and the main colour I think I will have is the green. So we'll start with the green. Forgot to mention we will also need 2 buttons and a 5mm hook. Sorry, this is a bit of a haphazard video. I haven't made one in a while, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things. So 2 little buttons and a 5mm hook. So I have my yarn attached to my hook, and now I'm going to chain 43. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll continue my chain until I have 43 chains and be back with you in a moment. So I have chained 43, and working in from the next stitch from the loop, I'm going to start doing single crochet US, double crochet UK all the way along, working into the chain. So we should end up, once we've done that, with 42 stitches along. I should come back when we've made it to the end. So that's 42 stitches all the way along. Now I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and working into the first stitch along, I'm going to do another row of 42 stitches. So really simple, just another row of single crochet US or double crochet UK all the way along for 42 stitches. I shall meet you back at the other end. So I've made it to the end of my 3rd row of 42 stitches, or 2nd row if you don't count the chain. Okay, so now I'm going to chain 2, and this is going to count as my 1st stitch on the next row, and then into the next space I'm going to yarn over and do a US double or a UK treble, and I'm going to do 1 more in the next stitch. So if you count that first chain 2 as a stitch, that's 3 stitches. Next we're going to chain 1, we're going to skip a stitch, and we're going to do a treble into UK treble, US double into the next one along. So you have a little space. Now we're going to chain 1, skip 1, and put our treble US double in there. So you have 3 space, 1 space. So this is going to be another group of 3, so do 2 more into the next 2 stitches. So it's 3 space 1 space 3, chain, skip a stitch, 1, chain, skip a stitch, 1, 2, 3, chain, skip stitch, 1, skip a stitch, 1, 2, 3. So continue along. So the pattern starts with 3, chain 1, skip, 1, chain 1, skip, 3, chain 1, skip, 1, chain 1, skip, 3, and continue along until you get to the end. So this row ends on the 1. So what we're going to do now is chain 2, and using a turnout work, and using a US treble or UK double, we are going to work into the top of the middle of the group of 3. So we're going to do 3 stitches into there, 1, 2, 3, all into the same space. I shall show you that closer. So you have your last one you ended on, your chain 2, and then you are going into the middle one of that group of 3 at the top with 3 stitches. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to do 3 more stitches into that same space again, so you end up with 6 in there in total. So again, these are double US or treble UK stitches, 6 with a chain in between, and that's what creates this little point. And next we're going to do a single crochet US or a double crochet UK into the top of this one on its own. So that is a single crochet. Then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to put 3 US doubles UK trebles into the middle of that next group of 3 stitches, as we did before. Chain 1, and then put 3 more into that same space. And now we've got our single one in the middle there. We're going to put a US single UK double into that. Yarn over. We now have our cluster of 3, so we're going to put our stitches into the center. 3, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and 3 more. 2, 3. And then the next one, put a little stitch in there, and you can see that's starting to take shape. We're actually nearly there. Let me put my hand behind it. I think I may have chosen the wrong colour for this video. So that's how it's looking so far. So continue along, 1 in the single one and then 6 into the middle of the groups of 3 all the way along. So once you've completed that row, you will end up with 7 points, and this last point is longer than your main piece of work. So now what we do is we're going to turn it to its side, and we're going to put 3 treble UK or double US stitches into the side to bring it up to the top. Just sort of putting that anywhere my hook will go, really, into there like that. And you can see that just finishes off this point, and it should look like this. So I'm now going to cut and weave in this end, and then we're going to do our border with the other colour. So now, working from the same end that you just finished on, so the one with the 3 side stitches, add your next colour, and we are going to do a row of US singles, UK doubles all the way along as a little border. So I'm going into the side of that stitch there, and then I'm going to start going into the top of the, what was this, the original chain along here. So just go all the way along until you make it to the end, and that gives it just a little finishing border. And when we get to the end, we're going to do the loop for our button. So I shall get back to you once I've made it to the other end. Okay, so I've done my border, made it all the way to the end. Now what we're going to do is chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to loop back and do a slip stitch into, there, into the same last stitch your chain is coming from. And that creates, hold on, that creates a loop that your button, sorry you can't see that, can you? That creates a loop that your button is going to go into. So you cut and weave in your ends, and once you've cut it and pulled it, that will tighten that, and weave in your ends to make that a neat little loop, and then we shall sew on our button. So I have weaved in my ends, and you can see the little loop is just perfectly on the end there. And now on this other side we need to sew our button. So taking a button that fits perfectly through your loop, did you see how that popped through there? That fits perfectly there. Pop it on the end and just stitch it on. There's a little bit of a space there, so I might manipulate that with the stitches. Catch it with my needle and pull it over. And then just stitch this down. I'm going to do 2 stitches through it, and on this second one, instead of going all the way through the back, I'm going under and through, and then I'm going to wrap some of this thread around it a little bit. That just raises the button slightly, makes putting it on and off much easier, and then go through. just secure your ends, weave them in and give it a snip. There you have a really cute little anklet. This, again, I said this one's the size small, so if you want the different sizes, I do have my pattern linked below. You can loop your little loop over the button. That sits at the back of your ankle and that sits on your foot, and you can add to each point, you could add jump rings and a charm or a little bell or something, depending on what you fancy. I'll show you the other ones. So this one has a little leaf charm and some teardrop and diamond charms. These ones don't make any noise, but on these ones I've added 2 little coins to each one, so they have that sort of gypsy sound when you use them, or you can just leave them as they are. I love these. If you do market stalls or festivals in particular, these are brilliant sellers, especially in pairs. I always sold mine in pairs and I sold hundreds of them. So they're great if you want to do market stalls or festivals, or even selling them on Etsy actually works really well. So hopefully these will be useful to you. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Do like and subscribe and do all those lovely things to help my channel grow, and I shall see you again soon for my next tutorial.